my park layout, I'm going to try not to move the screen so much so that it actually looks clearer. So we will start up here. This is my current layout that I have for my pterosaurs. And they give so many regular fountains, I actually chose to just kind of dump them in here and keep them uniform with the pterosaurs. I currently have a number of pterosaurs that I just put in a circle around it, and as a result, when I dumped all of the fountains inside, I'm getting an okay boost to their monetary gain of about 12% here, 10% here, 13%, 10%, because I got a few in the back there. And 12, 10, it cascades down until it gets actually quite low in the corner at 1 and 2%. But what I've decided to do is, since it's so poor along the edge here, and so poor along the edge here because of these low quality fountains, what I do is I put the dinosaurs into that row that don't make a whole lot of money. Sure, it's a 20-hour money maker, but it's very low amount. So the really low ones that just don't get me a whole lot, 10 minutes, I'm sorry, I hit the microphone. 10 minutes is very, small. And then increasingly, I try to put then the higher quality ones, 8,709 Myalanka, at an hour, get into the better spots that have a higher percentage of gain from all the decorations in the game. So over here is my 13%, and I put a really big 21-hour, 23,000 Scaphognathus there, and then dumped into the corners some of the smaller ones that either just have such an incredibly short amount of time, like 15 minutes, or even a very small amount of total coin to be earned. So I did not go for actually building any roads. I didn't care about actually having a variety of things. I wanted to create zones, so I don't have any of my types of dinosaurs mixed in with others. So now we are going to move. I'm in the most upper corner that that's available to me. Obviously, there's more that I haven't been able to unlock to the right here. But I've unlocked everything at the park's extremities so that I can start placing all of my buildings down without having to shift them again too often. Basically, the only road that I have that hasn't been unlocked is the back area. So the extremities are all unlocked here, and all the way down here. So this is where, in this one sliver of opportunity here for actually placing anything, because of this newly unlocked Cenozoic chamber where I have an Andrewsarchus that they just gave to me through a challenge just recently. I'm level 37. I have decided to throw in, because I have the very least amount of amphibians, so they would fit in here quite easily, and I would just give them a couple of boosts towards their money gain in here. So that's my park design intentions for this area. And when I expand and get more amphibians, that's kind of what this patch of area is going to be. If I need any more room for my pterosaurs, they're going to extend into the newly unlocked areas that are going to be up in this corner. Try to keep things tight by always having them next to each other and maximize the amount of bonus I can get. This is my city center. We will get to that last. So this is a few that I just haven't placed anywhere that are decorations, which will boost. So now we're going to go and take a look at the herbivores. I have a quick pickup herbivore thing here. I have two of them that have been given to me. I believe they give these towers to you, revenue towers. I think the first one I got was at level 20, and I think I got this one at level 30. So when I eventually hit level 40, I should be getting, I'm hoping, a third one that I could use somewhere else. So I went with a slightly different design with the herbivores and decided to go with just long stretches of them, and then I could put decorations to boost their values just kind of embedded in the middle. And these have much higher percentages that if they're getting boosted to, because of course I'm using higher quality decorations, like I guess I misclicked on that. There we go. Like a 3% boost Stegosaurus garden sculpture, or a 3% boost geyser. I even have some 3% boost tropical planters in here. It's just buried against the wall here, and I just do have 4 strips of them that I'm working on currently. My placement of the revenue tower was very important. I don't think, based on what I'm seeing here, that it's coming through very well. But those grid marks that actually always show how far out it will actually include dinosaur, I don't know what you call those, paddocks, dinosaur paddocks. What I made sure I did is I placed that it's at the exact place where you would only have one overlap of green extending to barely just touch these. As you can see, maybe it's going to show up here. You can see I have got one row just barely there grabbing those. That way I can maximize it by having a double row available for decorations, a double row for decorations, a double row, and then again, just one square actually extends past to be able to then grab these. As you can see, they're glowing with yellow. Of course, then I thought it was very flat and green everywhere, so my decision was to put geysers in here, which I thought made it almost look like a golf course of types. These are the holes of the golf course. This is them watering with sprinklers, that kind of thing. I thought that was a good contrast of options for deciding why I put geysers with the herbivores. Currently, I am working on opening up 4 expansion plots here. When those open up, I'm probably going to just take everything that the herbivores are and shift them down until they're flush with as far as they can go. The reason for that is I'm actually encroaching too closely here into the city center. I want more of a separation. The city center has its own revenue tower, and right now they're kind of close and overlapping. As you can see, the green just barely there, it's actually touching that. That way I can move them apart from each other. So then also on this bottom edge, expansion room, probably for the carnivores, which we're going to see are down here. As I unlock more plots up here, they're just going to probably end up moving even further away to the northeast corner. So this room will be for Carnivore Expansion, which I have down here in this very bottom. Again, always unlocking as far as I could go to the extremities, so it would actually give me something to work with, and then I wouldn't have to keep shifting them. So I always tried to expose and unlock as far to the edge as I could each time. This one worked out very well because this tiny bit of room that you have from the edge of the park that already exists permanently to as far as you can go allows for a perfect layout of carnivores down here. You can put them all into a big square. You can put one in the center. Saved that for my T-Rex. And I used 4 raptor sculptures and 4 bonfires. The bonfires placed to the side of whatever you put in the middle touches many different paddocks. That makes it give a lot of boost, each one of those. And then in the corners, because the Velociraptor Garden Sculpture only has a reach of 3, as opposed to the 4 from the bonfire, a reach of 4 squares, it was able to still grab them center and quite a bit on each corner. That made for best use of those 2 sculptures, and they were, I think, the perfect 2 sculptures to end up actually using, or decorations, for the carnivores, because the fire is cool with the carnivores, and of course the velociraptors are carnivores. So, room to expand out here, of course, and then pick some of that up. Oh, and I've already done that. So we are on to the city center. Actually, I want to see if this is done. Oh, I'll never get it. Ugh. I hate that. What in the world? That barely moved. Spend 70 more DNA. That was the worst I've ever seen. Alright, so here we go. We have picked this up already. Let me just pick it up again. There's a lot of reach to, of course, how far these revenue towers can go. This is not the ideal place where I want it. I still want to clean this up some because actually this revenue tower's green grid of what it can grab extends all the way down to here. That's an awful lot of overlap from this building and this helipad that are just being wasted because every single square of this helipad is actually contained within the grid of the revenue tower. That's a waste. I want this revenue tower to be placed further out here so that I'm just barely grabbing part of it. And then, of course, I then don't want to put smaller structures on the edge. This helipad would probably want to go somewhere here, spread those out, and then use your smaller buildings probably to then fill in the center portion of the revenue tower's grid. So that's basically it for now. I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching.